Hello people, this is Eric Cobra and this is Let's Play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blind. So let's see, now that we've made the story move on a little bit, if that changes this.
The tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead.
Nope, we're still there. That's fair enough, just couldn't know. Oh well. Let's see. Geralt gives every horse he owns the same name, Roach. Okay. So that's the thing. Let's see. Let's go to the sawmill. Isn't that what I'm at? Oh, I have to actually click on that. Okay, that's fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Hello. This does seem like a place our herbalists would live. Are all those herbs? Oh, wait, no. Close. Those are clearly herbs. I only take the freestanding ones, because I'm not a dick.
Bad time?
Not at all. Hand me the beggar tickets. The red bloom. Well, well, one versed in herbs.
I am a witcher.
Saying too much, but I know a bit. For instance, that beggar tick's poisonous.
In large doses. Small ones soothe pain and bring forth pleasant dreams. Which is all I can hope to do for her.
Is this the griffin?
Griffin do that to her?
Delina. Yes. Attacked her at night. She was walking in the woods.
At night? Through the woods? In wartime?
Meeting a boy. The young, you know, do foolish things for love. Wounds are healing, but she will die. Blood's pooling in her skull. Nothing my bruise can do to help.
Maybe I can.
Could try to help her with one of my potions. Swallow can heal internal hemorrhages.
But
Witcher's potions aren't for humans.
she'll die as it is.
Yes, a peaceful death soothed by your concoctions. If I give her Swallow and something goes wrong, the whole village will hear her screams.
I understand. Do as you will.
Looking for buckthorn. Know if it grows anywhere around here?
Bottom of the river, where the channel's widest. But you do know that once out of the water...
It'll stink worse than a week-old carcass. Counting on it. I'm hunting the griffin. Need the buckthorn for bait.
I was thinking... A few years ago we had trouble, drowners under the bridge. Whole village had to pitch in for a witcher. Who now can afford the bounty on a griffin's head?
Captain Peter Sars, something.
Ah, good to know the Black One's looking out for our welfare.
Well, he actually does.
Doubt Emperor Emir cares about you. But this captain just might. Seems like a decent man.
There are no decent men in the army. They're only orders.
Not from here, are you? A lot of bitterness in you. Too much for someone who spent her life in a hut in the middle of nowhere.
True. And you're in a hurry. Elsewise you'd not use bait, just wait for the griffin to attack again.
Believe we could have an interesting conversation.
Maybe next time.
Well, girl has an impossible choice to make. A choice between a great and less evil. While preparing to greatly come across one of these victims' sympathetic and she had no way to meet a love when we were attacked. He's more wounded. I wish he would save life, of course, his perish in agony. Well, can we get her thoughts on this? No. I guess we'll give it a try. Guess it might be easier to die without pain, but I mean, if I was in her place, I'd take it. Since apparently she's not really up for talking, I can only go on that. Oh, there we go. Oh, I do actually have Drowner Brain, Celadine, and Dwarven Spirit. Well, that was lucky. Actually, I could make it right here. I had all the things.
Yes?
Oh, well, might as well ask this first.
Listen, ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarrelled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family, moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing, no bloodshed. But you saw. Word is Claire said something about the lord's son, Florian. Something that made the lord furious. But who knows the truth?
Lots of misfortune for such a small village.
'Tis so in every village. Even the smallest. You need only ask. But let's not end on a teary note. Here, a bit of solace.
Oh, thank you. Oh, she's up and about, and she's down again. Oh, saltpeter! I can blow stuff up now, possibly. Or at least I don't have to look for that to blow stuff up. Specifically nests. Ah, but I like calcium equal. Guess I would need an alchemist for that.
Yes?
Let's give this a shot.
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
First sign of spring. Symbol of rebirth. Fitting as names go.
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately. But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this in the end?
Decided it was better than doing nothing.
I like you, Witcher. Here. A small gift. For giving a damn.
Best of luck. I got money. Venom extract. Cursed oil. Wow, I've gotten a lot done from me, essentially just standing here smashing things together. Ooh. A sweat and blood. A veil hangs between the world men see and one they cannot. This veil blocks the dead from the view of living and the living from the view of the dead. Some mages can break through this veil and communicate with the dead, or summon them to the world of the sun for short periods of time. This is the art known as necromancy. The dead can also break through the veil into the world of the living on their own. Yet unlike the necromancers, in doing so they are not driven by reason and will, but by a thoughtless, irrational need. This need arises from powerful emotions such as regret, longing, or wrath. Very often these emotions gain their power by being invested in a material object by the dead individual while he or she still knew life. The object most frequently is sewn down, wedding rings, favorite toys, or instrument used for the crime which sent the returned individual to the other world in the first place. Oh. That sounds grim. Let's see where we are. Night Wraith. Delightfully ghoulish. Night Wraith exude with this immense sadness, this helpless wrath. I fear them, same as anyone. Most of all, I feel sorry for them. Compared to other creatures of the night, catacans, Nicorats, and werewolves, for example, Night Wraiths and their rare cousins, Dusk Wraiths, might not seem all that dangerous. And after all, one might ask, how much harm could a pale withered woman did not address to? Answer, quite a bit. Instead of finding this out the hard way, avoid crossing fields and meadows at night at all costs. Like noon wraiths, night wraiths are only found in rural areas. Charles would fall victim to them most often, but if the legends are to be believed, they also sneak into huts at times and murder peasants in their sleep. When they attack, night wraiths remain immaterial for most of the time, meaning physical blows pass right through them. They only take on a more tangible form for the brief moment in which they strike. When weakened, they will create several projections of themselves which cannot attack directly but act as transmitters of a sort through which the night wraith can sap her victim's vital energy. Night wraiths can turn immaterial and are as such very difficult to wound, and also force one to take a quote-unquote form, trap it with Urdensign or hit it with the blast of a moon dust bomb. Do not believe you'll want to think yourself completely safe from night wraiths during the day. They appear under the light of the sun as well, but are much weaker than after dusk. Oh! It says something here. Contrary to popular belief, Newbergs can also be counted at night, but are much weaker than them during the day. Ah, so I actually did some smart thing by fighting it at night. Plague Maiden. Patient seems to have a hallucination of a woman covered in scabs and balls, with rats scurrying about all around her. These ravings subside after an administration of henbane and poppy extract. When plague ravage a region, spirits will sometimes walk in its land, a ghost resembling an ill woman whose flesh rots off her bones, and in whose wake crawls a cavalcade of rats. No one knows whether this spirit brings the pox with her or is merely drawn to it like a moth to a light. Yet it is certain that she delights in dealing pain and suffering, in hearing the howling and moaning of men. Many are called in question the existence of plague maidens, or peste, as they are sometimes called. Now, only 2 sightings of such a creature have ever been recorded, both during times of raging epidemic. As the name plague maiden suggests, these wraiths take the appearance of females, but exactly why that is remains a mystery. Some speculate they, like other suspects, arise from the powerful emotions charged associated with certain circumstances of death, such as death preceding by a long and particular painful illness. Not much is known about how to fight a plague maiden, though one can assume they possess many traits in common with other phantoms and wraiths. They undoubtedly pose a great danger, though a victor's immunity should at least prevent them from catching the contagious illness they carry. Fascinating. Just a quick, what was it I was lacking? Calcium eagle.
Yes?
Got any herbs you're willing to sell?
I'm sure I can find something.
I guess it's not really a... But let's see, I could be... Well. And it costs... 40. Well, that's... That's an amount. Anyway, what's your story?
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there, how many times Mother Nenica stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Nenica. I was but 18 when they took me in. An age at which teachings interest one far less than love. There was a boy, Goslav. He'd bare his chest to work. The novices couldn't keep their eyes off him, tripped over their own feet, dropped things. I left the temple for him. We passed a lovely summer together, and then he left.
Ouch.
Nenike refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word, gave me a travel cloak and a small coin pouch. I struggled long to find a place where I'd feel safe, needed, until I finally arrived here. End of story.
Wow! Well, that sounds like there's at least a couple of people there who'll need a stitching when I'm done with them. Oh, I'm very sorry, teenage woman who's made mistakes in her life. Because the rest of us are just fucking perfect. So, you'll just have to leave now.
Farewell.
Prized people.